Hey, got another quick project for you today. A meat whacker. My wife was trying to tenderize some meat the other day, and she said I'd be nice to have one of these. She had one of those old-fashioned mallet thingies, and so I looked online, and Carl Jacobson, who has Niles Bottle Stoppers, makes a meat whacker kit. So anyway, I made this, and she said, no, I don't need that. I need a bigger handle. I got to whack bigger meat. This is getting deep. Anyway, this kit works this way. So there is a lot of threads on it, for one thing. So this threads into the steel here and locks in, and you have a little Allen bolt there you can do that with. I guess I could put that in deeper. Then you have a little inset screw that goes into here, and then you mate these together to make your meat whacker. But again, my wife wants to whack bigger meat, so she needs a bigger handle. So today, we're going to make a bigger handle out of a bigger piece of olive wood. So I have to drill a hole in the blank that I'm holding in the chuck right now, and this is 7/16 of an inch, I think, or whatever. If you buy the kit from Carl, you know, you'll get the information on that. You can't see it from Brian's side, but there's actually a gauge here on the quill back here in the tailstock. From Robust American Beauty. So I just drilled in 3/4 of an inch, which is healthy. That means I've gone deep enough for that inset to go into there. So now we're going to stop that. I'm going to take this from between, out of the jaws, and then we're going to mount it between centers to start turning the shape. So we're going to round this out. This is spindle turning, so I can use a roughing gouge. I do have this big old crack right here. So that if anything, it'll come off and hit Brian, so we're okay. Start this up slow. Bring up speed a little bit. I got tool rest right about center. And we're just going to take slight, light cuts, especially with that crappy piece of wood there. Oh, speaking of crappy piece of wood, if you go back and watch the calabash bowl, this is from that piece of wood that was all punky and bad that we couldn't use for the project. I managed to salvage some pieces off of it. So we're going to make it into a handle for a meat masher, meat whacker, one of those things, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out the shape as I go here. I mean, if you're whacking a lot of meat with this, you're going to need a good handle that you can grab onto. So I don't want to make it too thin or it'll be fragile, but at the same time I can't make it too big because you can't get your hand around it. So I think I'll be turning this and making the shape and then feeling what it feels like in my hand to see if the shape works. It's getting really deep around here. Okay. It's looking nice though. So I think I got the shape I need. It feels good in my hand. That'll help with a lot of meat whacking. Now with olive wood, you want to turn the speed way down on sanding because it will clog this thing in 2 seconds. So watch this. 1, 2. See how it starts to clog it already? There's a lot of oil in olive wood. So you're just going to have to take your time, and as it clogs up, move to a new segment of the sandpaper, like so. And then this is why I use Abranet, which is so cool, because I can take this and I can shake out most of the clogs, and if they don't come out, take some air. You can blow out most of that stuff that way. So anyway, it's great stuff to use, works good. Olive wood for sanding though, sucks. Okay, so I'm prepping my finish for this. I'm going to use one of my favorite finishes, and it's Yorkshire grit. And this is a microfine abrasive paste. And so the best part about it is it splatters. So once Brian steps to the side, we'll turn this on, and there he goes. And we will work this in. And so the abrasive in there takes out all little bitty scratches. And so this is the first of 2 stages, because they also have microfine Yorkshire grit, which is white, and it goes on here, and then it puts a really nice finish on here. Now there are natural oils obviously in olive wood, so it doesn't need a lot of protection. So this will just help it look its absolute best. So I picked up the speed, so I'm using the heat now to work in the microfine the white part of this stuff. See if I can get all the edges here. And this is really brings out the beauty of this olive wood. So buff it, buff it, buff it, buff it. Let's turn it off, see what it looks like. Coo-ee! That is nice. Now what we have to do is do some assemblage. This handle turned out really nicely. I love working with olive wood. So in the real world, you're going to use epoxy to put this plug in there like so. And then this is going to screw in there like so. And it'll be right there. So this is an amazingly, well, there's your mini meat whacker, and here's your maxi meat whacker. Anyway, until the next time on Wood Turning, keep turning.